Come. Hi, my name is Bree, and you are going to learn how to land your head spring today. I'm going to walk you through a handful of progressions or steps to get your head spring. The same way when you learn how to do a double pirouette, you have to learn how to do a single pirouette before you can learn how to do a double pirouette. Same thing with that head spring. There are steps that you want to master as you learn how to do it that help you land the trick once you finally get there. Progression number 1 is a tripod headstand. You have to be able to go upside down and put weight on your head to be able to do a head spring. Tripod headstand is really simple. You make a triangle, which is where the tripod comes from. Make a triangle with your head as a point and each hand as a point. Once you do that, you will put the weight on your head by putting your knees on your elbows. Tripod headstand. Make a triangle. 1, 2, 3. Not next to it, in front of it. Put your elbows on your knees on your elbows. Hold it here for 10-ish seconds. That's step 1. Progression number 2 is a full headstand. You go into that tripod position with your hands and your head making a triangle. And then what I want you to do is pike your legs up to a headstand. So you go into the tripod position, go into a pike, push it up, into a headstand, right there. Yes? Awesome. That's step number 2. So once you have the tripod position, move on to progression number 2. Once you have the headstand, lifting your legs up with the pike, move on to progression number 3. Progression number 3 is hands, head, pike. So you'll learn this head spring with counts. I'm going to teach you the first 3 counts. And once you have these 3 counts perfect, we can move on to the next thing. The first 3 counts, 1 is your hands. You put your hands down. 2, you put your head down. And 3, you'll hit a pike with your legs. Feet apart, arms clean by our side. And we'll count 5, 6, 7, 8. Hands go down 1. Head goes down 2. And then you hit a pike with your feet on 3. Yes? I'll do it a little bit faster so you know and you can see how you'll be practicing this. Drill this until you get it perfect. Don't move on to the next step until you have this one. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Good. In progression number 3, it's important that you focus on a couple things that you're going to need to carry onto your head spring. The first thing that you learn in progression number 3 is how to push off the ground and bring your legs into a pike. That's important. This is where we learn how to push off the ground. Second, getting your legs into that pike is really important because that's the position you go through to land it, right? You don't want your legs all the way out here in your head spring. That would be ugly. And then the next important thing that you learn, when you push into that pike, your legs are straight. I've seen a lot of dancers try to do head springs with bent legs and they wonder why they don't land them. Your legs should be straight. You push off, your legs are straight until it's time to land, then you can bend them. In progression number 4, we start learning how to push off the ground with our arms because that is essential to get over in your head spring. We will do the previous progression where we go hands down 1, head down 2, you hit your pike on 3, and then all you do from there is kick your legs over and push your hands up into a back bend position. And the point of this is to start learning how to use your arms to push off the ground. It also helps you start to learn what it feels like to be pulling your legs over. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and back bend. Progression number 5. So once you can go hands, head, pike, throw your legs over, and be in that bridge. Once you can do that, you can move on to this next progression. And all you're going to do in this progression is pull yourself up from that back bend to stand up. And it'll kind of be like a slow motion front head spring. You're here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you're just gonna pull yourself up from this back bend, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's important that you have that back strength to pull up and hit, especially if you're doing head springs that land standing up. We'll go over head springs landing down in a squat as well. Right. That's progression number 5. Hands, head, pike, back bend, and stand. Practice that until you get it. Once you get that, you can start whipping your legs over harder and getting a little bit more air time, pushing off your arms harder, and that time that you stop in the back bend, the more you practice it, will get less and less and less and less. Progression number 6, the next step from that would be giving yourself more power, more push off the ground, more whip with your legs and your pike, more push with your arms to be able to land up here to pull up instead of stopping in that back bend to pull up. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Now, if your team or your coach wants you landing down, very similar, easier, honestly, I think. The only difference is instead of landing here and coming here, when you land here, you'll come here. You'll drop your hips instead of pushing them forward. We'll call this progression number 7. Landing down in a squat. I know some land here, some land here. However your coach wants you to land like that. The biggest thing I see people mess up on these when they're first learning them is because they're landing with bent legs, they try to do the head spring with bent legs. Don't do that. Remember to still go through progression number 3, which is hands, head, hit a pike, and hit your pike with straight legs. And then you need to keep your legs straight as they come over. That's what gives you the whip. And they don't bend until you're landing and they come down. Down. If you just try to throw your head spring and you're not landing it, you're missing something that you should have learned from one of those progressions. So go back. Do you have progression number 1 perfect? Can you hold that headstand for 10 seconds? Do you have progression 2 perfect? Can you pull your legs straight up into that pike and hold that headstand for 10 seconds? Progression number 3 is so important. It's probably the most important progression out of all of this. In progression number 3, you learn how to push off the ground to get your legs straight, and you learn how to hit that pike position again with your legs straight. Progression number 4 teaches you to push on your arms and teaches you how to whip your legs over. Okay? Progression number 5, 6, 7, that's where we start learning how to land it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps you. I hope it helps your dancers, your athletes, your friends. Thank you for watching. Send it to your friends, send it to your teammates, send it to your dancers, send it to your athletes. Learn these head springs, they're super easy. After you learn how to do these head springs, you get to learn how to do even cooler tricks out of them, like landing your head spring in the splits, or landing your head spring on your butt, or landing your head spring in a jazz head spring. So master this, master each step so that you can master the head spring, so you can learn more cool tricks. Thanks, guys.